excited and I so love this show. I'm Arthie Moore, your host for today, Compassionate Leader of Influence, and you're listening to IBGR.network. I know that it's a radio station, but it's more than that. We're a network, and I welcome you to actually join us to network with us on our website, the www.ibgr.network, and come and engage with us. Ask us questions. Tell us what you want to hear on the show. We're intrigued by you. We want to know you. I mean, we are on this side talking to an audience that we don't have the ability to engage with right now in front of us. However, we have the ability to engage with you on our ibgr.network website. You can meet us there. You can connect with us there. Go and look at the different bios of all of the different hosts, what they do, how you can connect with them as well. Listen to their shows. I mean, we're a 24/7 radio. You cannot get rid of us. We are there permanently all the way around the clock. So every single hour, when there's something you want to know, we're here for you. Now, if you're a business owner and entrepreneur, and this is the time that you're really, really, really looking for help, for support, you're reaching out because you're in your business, you're starting your business, growing your business, or you want to exit your business, but you've got no clue who to talk to and why or how they're going to help you. Now, what I love about our platform is it is very strategically placed to help you in every aspect of your business. So come and join us. Go and explore our website and go and learn how you can engage more meaningfully with our hosts as well. And remember, if you've got any suggestions of topics or things you would like, burning questions that you'd like for us to address, write it down. Write which host you would like to connect with and you would like to answer the question. And our producers are watching and reading and engaging continuously. They will let us know. Go and do that. Include that in your show, and we will. We promise you, we're here for you, and we know how difficult it is and how exciting it is to be in business. So you're not alone. Now, I know before we started talking, I was talking about how you could intentionally focus powerfully to impact your workday. That's my topic for today, and I love it because it's talking into intentionality on every level. We're talking about how do you connect with your customers, with your clients, how you can be effective in every single way. And when you give quality service, you retain quality clients because you're able to structure your time, you focus effectively, and you realize that your performance is in direct relation to how you structure your day intentionally. So when you look at the job demands from an employee's perspective, they feel that they're expected to be present at work and that their consistent performance is important and that everybody should pull their weight. That's a critical part of what they feel they should have and achieve at the end of a full workday. And yet, when you think about it, how conducive is the work environment to upskilling employees to perform at the best of their ability? How many times do we give people the opportunity to grow? How many times, as business owners and entrepreneurs, do we overlook the reality of how our employees are either battling, not coping, don't have the skills, tools, or techniques to manage their stress? They're not even mindful of their output or their performance management. And when you look at the appraisals that we do from an HR perspective, we actually gauge the productivity and performance management of people on a daily basis based on tasks that they had to achieve. So, what can we do differently? How can we use innovation and technology and adjust it to the needs of our people? And I thought that is an imperative to delve into. It is something that is worthwhile taking a look at. And I've been listening to a lot of amazing summits recently, and they keep talking about an agile workplace. So, how do we create an agile workplace when you know that things are changing continuously, life is changing? Um, with the way that lockdown is right now, access to many industries have been limited. Yet technology and innovation continues to grow. So how do we use that effectively with our people? Do we open up the communication lines and the ability for them to say, I'm not quite sure, what do I do? How approachable are we as business owners or entrepreneurs? Even if you're a boss or even if you're an employee listening in, how much courage do you have within you to step up and ask for help? Do you even say, I'm not sure? You see, skills development is an imperative in every business, but being mindful of what skill is needed by people is the key. You see, because mindfulness is not just about taking a step back and thinking carefully into every aspect of your life. It's got about being mindful of where your people are at and how it actually stresses people when they do not manage to achieve. Now, that when you add to our current situations and the stress that people have by thinking, overthinking, and underthinking, there's so many areas that you look at how it causes conflict. There's a lack of collaboration. There's assumptions. That brings in distrust. And somebody will ask you, well, what's that got to do with my workday performance? Well, if you are to achieve anything productively in your workday, you would need to work with your people as a cohesive team. You would need to work with the same vision and in alignment with what the processes are, what your procedures are, and what your end result is that you want. You see, no business owner can actually grow a business if you've got everybody in disarray, not understanding what needs to be done, unsure of themselves, being unproductive because they're unclear about what needs to be done. They would get to the point where they feel that they're not good enough, and then their self-confidence or self-esteem takes a back seat, and that is when you get all of the time wasting. So you'd never get to the point where you expect perfection or superhuman performance from people without giving them the skills and ability to understand that as human beings, you cannot always achieve perfectly, but you can do your best. And what Donna wrote earlier about your 85% being productive for the whole day. I love that, because if people feel comfortable and they feel like they're pulling their weight because you've given them the support that they needed, you would not have to have conflict management, and you would not have to understand all of the nuances of why there's no trust, why there's no belief in the work environment. So I looked at, why would collaboration and conflict management add value to the subject of being intentional in focusing on what impacts your workday. So when I looked at it, understanding the key areas of collaboration and conflict management delves into the fact that you can learn how to reduce assumptions, and that's how you increase understanding when trust has been broken down. You can learn process and skills to resolve and prevent conflict. You can learn all of the key skills to shift from conflict to collaborative thinking, communicating, connecting. You learn how to communicate so that others will listen. You start to manage your electronic communication more efficiently and in a way that actually does reduce misunderstanding. And you effectively give and receive feedback. And I think that, active listening skills really does help you to improve or increase problem solving and creativity. Then why is that important? I think because when you look at it, problem solving allows people to become solution focused, and that does not waste time. At the end of the day, you will have people who are being creative in terms of their strategies. They work out and they identify areas where they either have reactive tendencies or they're not feeling supported enough, and this is where you're creating engagement again. So when I look at these various areas, why would intentional focus in the environment need collaboration and conflict resolution techniques? Well, I thought about it. It's very simple. The human experience means that you've got people who will feel affected by the inability to do their job properly. And when people go into states of being in that way, where their self confidence is shaken so badly, they will they will be lazy. They will go into incompetent mode. No matter how skilled people are, when they feel not good enough, they will actually wallow in self-pity. The challenge, though, is at the end of the day, if they're not productive, it's because that wallowing has caused them to shut down emotionally. And then they're not being productive for 85% of their day. They're not giving their best. They're not doing their best. They're not giving off their best. And by you actually giving them the skills and the tools, you upgrade and you innovate, you use technology more meaningfully. We're now delving into being intentional, and we're focusing on the growth of our people to the point where we realize this is how we will help people to grow. And so when you look at all of the nuances of business, intentionality plays a massive part. It means that you prioritize your day, you're connecting with your people, you're engaging with them, you're delegating effectively, you're challenging mindsets, and you're creating focused people who are solution focused and problem solvers. And they're creating the strategies that they need with your support. Now I know that was a lot to take in, but our show notes are on our website www.ibgr.network. Now come and join us there, and know and understand that you're not walking this alone. And if you are for the first time joining us, welcome. If you are joining us for if you're a returning member or audience, I love it. Thank you for being with us, and it's been an exciting journey being on this website, on this radio station, on this brilliant network. And I just say, welcome wherever you are, and I cannot wait for our next session.